Over the years, I've met hundreds of people who have convinced themselves they couldn't do something before they'd even begun. Some believe they're not confident enough. Some believe they're too old, too shy, too inexperienced, or too analytical, too emotional, just too something. I remember one participant who quietly said to me before we began, "I don't think I'll be able to do this." Not because they didn't want to, because they genuinely believed they weren't capable. They watched everyone else, wondering why they seemed so much more confident. And then the learning began. The first attempt wasn't perfect. None of our first attempts ever are. There were mistakes. There was laughter. There was feedback. There was learning. And slowly, something shifted. Not because they suddenly became a different person, because they began collecting evidence that they were capable. By the end, they looked at me and smiled and said, "I can't believe I actually did it." Not, "I've mastered it." Not, "I'm an expert now." Simply, "I can't believe I actually did it." I've never forgotten that moment. Because I don't think they were talking about one skill. I think they had discovered something much bigger. Capability isn't built through perfection. It's built through beginning. At Soul Anchorage, we believe capability is developed. It's not discovered, not inherited, not reserved for the gifted few. Developed. One lesson, one conversation, one experience, one first step at a time. Whether that's becoming a better communicator, building healthier relationships, growing professionally, learning a new skill, or even becoming someone who creates meaningful change in the lives of others. The principle is exactly the same. Nobody begins as an expert. Everybody begins as a beginner. Perhaps we've been asking ourselves the wrong question. Instead of asking, "Could I ever become capable?" maybe the better question is, "What's my first step?" Because when we focus on the destination, it can feel overwhelming. We imagine everything we don't know, everything we haven't learned, everything that could go wrong. But when we focus on the very next step, the journey becomes far more possible. That's how every capability you've ever developed has grown. One step, then another, until one day you realize that you're doing something that once felt impossible, almost without noticing when it happened.